Some days feel heavy, some days feel light, but somehow we keep going. I used to think life had a straight road, like everybody else already knew where to run, what to become, how to make the sky turn blue. But growing up feels different. Nobody talks about the fear, about smiling in a crowded room while feeling lost for years. I've had nights with no direction, long drives with nowhere to go, watching streetlights past the window, trying not to feel alone. And maybe life's not about winning, maybe it's just learning how to keep a soft heart in this world without breaking down. So I hold on to the small things: morning coffee, rainy streets, old songs playing in the background, quiet people next to me. Maybe life is not a big moment, maybe it's the little parts, learning how to keep moving with a tired but honest heart. We fall slowly, we heal slowly too, but the sky still changes color even after all we've been through. I know what it feels like to be strong for way too long, to say I'm okay so often it starts feeling wrong. People come and people leave, some stay only for a while, but every person changes something, even if it's small. There were days I hated mornings, couldn't get out of bed. Now I sit beside my coffee and breathe instead. I still don't know the future, I still overthink at night, but I've learned not every answer needs to arrive on time. So I hold on to the small things: warm sunlight through my room, a quiet laugh, a late night drive, the feeling after storms move through. Maybe life is not perfection, maybe it's surviving scars, still finding little reasons to believe tomorrow starts. Maybe healing isn't instant, maybe growing takes some pain, maybe becoming who you are happens slowly day by day. And maybe that's the beauty, not the finish, not the end, just waking up each morning and trying again, even after everything, trying again, even when the world feels heavy. So I hold on to the small things: morning coffee, peaceful nights, people who don't make me smaller, soft music, city lights. Maybe life is not a straight line, maybe no one really knows, but we keep walking through the silence and somehow we still grow. Some days feel heavy, some days feel light, but somehow we keep going. These days I just wanna breathe slower. Used to wake up chasing something, like my life was running late, always thinking about tomorrow, never sitting with today. Long nights staring at the ceiling, too much noise inside my brain, trying hard to be somebody while slowly burning out again. I spent years moving too quickly, trying not to fall behind. Now I'm learning little moments can save a tired mind. So I let the sunlight hit my face, coffee warming up my hands. Maybe peace is not a finish line, maybe it's just where I stand. Now I like slow days better, quiet songs and rainy weather, open roads and sleepy towns, no rush trying to figure life out after all the hard times. I just wanna feel alright, laugh a little easier, sleep a little deeper tonight. Maybe this is enough, maybe this is what growing up was. I still carry old memories, days that almost broke my heart, people leaving without warning, dreams that slowly fell apart. But somehow I kept going, even when I wanted rest. And now small things feel bigger, like finally breathing again. Warm nights inside a coffee shop, music playing soft and low, friends that stay without a reason. That's the kind of love I know. And maybe life gets beautiful when you stop needing too much. Not every moment has to shine to still feel like enough. Now I like slow days better, quiet songs and rainy weather, open roads and sleepy towns. No rush trying to figure life out after all the hard times. I just wanna feel alright, laugh a little easier, sleep a little deeper tonight. I don't need a perfect ending, I don't need to know what's next. Maybe healing looks like waking up without that weight inside your chest. Maybe happiness is simple, morning air and city lights, driving home with music playing on peaceful little nights. Slow down, the world can wait. Slow down, you're doing okay. Now I like slow days better, warm coffee and soft sweaters, late night talks and empty streets, tiny moments feeling deep. After all the hard times, I still made it here somehow. Maybe life was never perfect, but it still feels beautiful now. These days, I just wanna breathe slower, and maybe that's enough. In a tiny coffee shop at the corner of the street, there was a princess nobody recognized. She wore sweaters, not diamonds, tied her hair up when it rained, spent her mornings making coffee while old jazz songs softly played. People thought she looked ordinary, just another girl in town. But she carried quiet sadness behind her gentle smile somehow. Every night when closing tables, she would sit beside the glass, watching all the city lights and strangers walking past. She used to dream of castles, golden dresses, fairy lights. But growing up taught her life feels different outside. So the princess made coffee for tired hearts and rainy days, smiling softly at the people who were also feeling lost lately. And maybe love was not a castle, maybe not a perfect start. Maybe love was someone staying long enough to know your heart. Slow songs, warm drinks, quiet nights, little things. Then one cold and sleepy morning, a boy walked into the shop. Messy hair, old headphones, like life never gave him much. He always sat beside the window, ordered coffee with no cream, stayed for hours reading books, like he lived inside a dream. He wasn't really a prince, no shining horse, no crown, just someone tired of running, trying to slow life down. But somehow when they talked, the whole world felt less loud, like two lonely little hearts finally being found. So the princess made coffee while the boy just stayed nearby, talking softly through the mornings, watching rainy people pass by. And maybe love was not dramatic, maybe not fireworks above, maybe love was simply comfort after years of growing up. never saved the whole kingdom, never became famous names, but they learned life feels warmer when somebody stays. Now the little coffee shop closes softly every night, with two tired people healing under yellow city lights. And maybe happy endings are smaller than we think. A quiet song, a warm coffee drink. So the princess keeps smiling in her little coffee place, and the boy still sits beside her like he finally found the space. Maybe life was never perfect, maybe hearts still break apart, but even small love stories can heal a heavy heart. In a tiny coffee shop at the corner of the street, a princess and a tired boy finally found some peace. Sunday morning, coffee getting cold again. Same little room, same little thoughts inside my head. I woke up late, the sky was gray. Cars keep moving anyway. People rushing through the rain like they know where life should change. I try to clean my messy room, try to shake this quiet mood. Turn the TV on too loud just to fill the empty sound. And sometimes life feels funny, everybody's going somewhere while I'm sitting by the window, breathing only air. Oh, I'm sitting by the window, watching all the people go, thinking maybe life is simple, maybe I just move too slow. And I laugh a little softly at the mess I call my life, trying to find something beautiful in ordinary nights. Da, 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 da. Maybe that's alright. Da, 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 da. Maybe I'll be fine. I walk down to the coffee shop, same old songs that never stop. Someone smiled and said hello. Funny how small things help the soul. I used to think I needed more, bigger dreams worth fighting for. Now I think the hardest part is learning how to rest your heart. And maybe growing older isn't having all the answers, maybe it's just learning how to dance with disasters. I'm sitting by the window, watching all the people go, thinking maybe life is simple, maybe I just move too slow. And I laugh a little softly at the mess I call my life, trying to find something beautiful in ordinary nights. Some days feel heavy, some days feel light, some nights feel endless till morning arrives. And maybe nobody really knows what they're doing all the time. Maybe we are all just trying to feel a little alive. Da, 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 da. The world keeps spinning. Da, 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 da. And I keep living. I'm sitting by the window, coffee almost turning cold, thinking maybe life's not perfect, but it still feels warm somehow. And I smile a little easier at the chaos in my mind. Maybe happiness is hidden in these ordinary lives. Sunday morning, coffee getting cold again, but somehow I don't feel that bad today. Yeah, yeah. Windows down, small town lights. Let's ride. dust on my boots, coffee in my hand, driving nowhere through the middle end. Radio playing old love songs, singing like the whole world gone. I got friends I don't talk to now, old dreams still hanging around. Life moves fast, people change, funny how nothing stays the same. Got a cheap guitar in the backseat, broken roads underneath me, but tonight feels kinda free. That's enough for me, and I don't need no big city lights, no gold chains, no fancy life, just a little peace inside my mind and a place to drive tonight. So I ride through the sunset, old roads, no regrets, heartbreak riding shotgun, but we ain't done yet. Singing loud with the windows down, lost souls in a small town. Maybe life ain't perfect, but it still feels good right now. Hey, 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 keep driving. Hey, 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 keep smiling. Hey, hey, hey. Mama said life gets heavy sometimes, that's why sunsets look so nice. Everybody trying hard to survive, just looking for a better life. I worked jobs that I hated, loved people that I waited for, stayed up way too many nights wondering what this all is for. But there's something about this highway, street lights fading far away, makes me feel like maybe I'll be alright someday. I don't need to know tomorrow, I don't need to have it planned. Maybe freedom's just a feeling you hold inside your hand. So I ride through the sunset, old roads, no regrets, heartbreak riding shotgun, but we ain't done yet. Singing loud with the windows down, lost souls in a small town. Maybe life ain't perfect, but it still feels good right now. Some people chase the fast life, some people chase the fame. I just want a quiet night and someone who stays. Cold wind through the speakers, stars above the trees. Maybe healing looks like this, maybe this is peace. Ride slow, don't think too much. Ride slow, that's enough. So I ride through the sunset, old roads, no regrets. Life keeps moving forward, even when it hurts a bit. Singing loud with the windows down, still young in this old town. Maybe life ain't perfect, but I'm still here somehow. Hey, 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 windows down, hey, 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 small town lights, let's ride.
He left home with a backpack and a tired heart, thinking the world was waiting for him. Small town streets and old cafe lights, mama waving in the early morning. He said I'll come back soon, but years move fast without warning. First train ride with shaking hands, headphones playing borrowed songs, looking out the rainy window, trying to act a little strong. Everybody talked about big dreams, tall buildings and city skies, so he carried all his hope inside those young and restless eyes. But nobody really tells you how lonely freedom feels when home slowly becomes a memory instead of real. Now he drinks coffee in the crowded city, watching strangers passing by, working late through silent mornings, learning how to survive. And some nights he misses home so badly that it hurts a little deep inside. But life keeps moving like the highway, so he keeps moving too. Buses, cold apartment lights, growing up feels different, far away from from home. He got older, little by little, learned how the world can change. Friends become just old photos people leave without explaining. Some dreams didn't happen, some promises disappeared. There were nights he sat alone, wondering why he came here. But he still calls his mother every Sunday after work, pretending everything is easy so she doesn't have to hurt. Or maybe being an adult means smiling through the pain, trying to protect the people you love, even from your own rain. Now he drinks coffee in the crowded city, watching strangers passing by, working late through silent mornings, learning how to survive. And some nights he misses home so badly that it hurts a little deep inside. But life keeps moving like the highway, so he keeps moving too. One day he went back home again, older eyes and slower steps. Mama said, "You look tired now," and somehow we almost wept. The old room looked much smaller, the town still smelled the same. And for the first time in forever, he didn't feel ashamed. Maybe home is not a place you leave, maybe it stays inside your chest, even after all the hard years, still feeling like rest. Now he drinks coffee a little slower, doesn't chase the world as much, learning life is not about winning. Sometimes it's about holding on. And some nights he still feels lonely, but not like he did before, because now he knows no matter how far, a part of him is still home. He left home with a backpack and a tired heart, but maybe he carried home with him all along.
There was a little frog living by the river, dreaming about the world outside. He used to sit beside the water, watching dragonflies go by. Small green feet, big round eyes, always staring at the sky. The older frogs would always tell him life gets hard when seasons change. But he was young and full of wonder, everything still felt like a game. He jumped through fields after the rain, got lost beneath the stars, thought the whole world waited for him just beyond the yard. Back then he thought growing older meant becoming strong and free. He didn't know that even dreamers get tired eventually. The little frog by the river kept chasing lights in the dark, learning life gets cold sometimes, even with a hopeful heart. Still he sang beside the water, even after stormy nights. Maybe growing up means falling and still trying to be alright. The river kept moving, so did he. Then the seasons started changing, friends moved somewhere far away. Some dreams slowly disappeared, some people forgot his name. There were nights he felt so lonely, listening to the pouring rain, wondering if the younger version of himself would feel ashamed. He worked hard to keep on smiling, try to hide when things got rough, but carrying the world too long can make a small heart tired enough. One day he stopped by the river just to sit and watch the sky, and for the first time in forever he finally asked himself why. The little frog by the river stopped running for a while. He watched the sunlight hit the water and slowly started to smile. Maybe life was never about being faster than the rest. Maybe peace is learning small moments can be enough. Now he wakes up with the morning coffee, warmth and softer eyes. No longer chasing every answer, no longer scared of time. He still has scars from all the storms, still gets lost inside his head. But now he knows even hard days eventually come to an end, and the river keeps flowing no matter what. The river keeps flowing, and so do we. The little frog by the river still dreams beneath the moon, but now he takes life slowly like quiet songs in June. Maybe growing up is learning, not every road feels clear, but even after all the hard times, it's beautiful being here. There was a little frog living by the river, still dreaming, but softer now.